Hey there, boys and girls, it's Miss Moon, and today, as promised, I'm going to tell you the story of the Three Little Pigs, and remember that's a fairy tale. And it goes something like this. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs, and when they were babies, they lived in a farm with their mommy, and she took good care of them, and they ate lots of pig slop and all kinds of ooey gooey things. But then one day, they started growing up to be teenagers, and they were ready to live on their own. Levi's laughing at me right now. And their mommy said, "That's it, I've had enough of you three little piggies. You are going to move out on your own." And so she kicked them out. And they went walking down the trail, and the first little pig, he wasn't all that smart, honestly. He said, "I'm going to live right here, and I am going to build my house out of straw." So he found all this straw, kind of like hay, and he built himself a house. Now, do you think that'd be a very strong house? No, I don't either. And so then the other two piggies, they kept going down the trail, and the second little piggy, he said, "Ooh, look at this nice spot by the river. I am going to stay here, and I am going to build my house out of sticks." And so he stopped right there, and he built himself a house out of sticks. But that third little pig, he was the smartest of the three little pigs. He kept going down the trail a little further, and he found all this great like clay area, and he thought, "I can build some bricks out of this, and I'll make my house really strong." And so he went and built himself a house out of bricks, and it was by far the strongest of the three houses. So they were living there quite happily for a while until one day, you know what's coming, a big bad wolf. A big bad wolf came, and he knocked on the door of that first little pig's house, and he went tap tap tap, and the door was already shaking because of course the house is made out of straw, it's super weak. And he's like, little pig, let me in." And that pig, like I told you, he was just becoming a teenager, and so he had a little bit of hair growing on his chin, and he said, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." And so that wolf, he said, "Well, then I'll huff, and I will puff, and I will blow your house down." And you know what happened? The whole house blew down. So that little pig went all the way down to his brother's house that was made of sticks. And they both ran inside, and they shut the door really fast. And about 20 minutes later, you know what's going to happen again. Knock, knock, knock on the door. And that big bad wolf, he said, little pigs, let me in." And the two little pigs inside, who were both growing whiskers on their chin, they said, "Not by the hair on our chinny chin chins." And that wolf, he said, "Well, then I will huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." And he did. And so those two little pigs, they went squealing all the way down the trail till they got to their brother's house made of bricks. And they ran inside, and they told their brother all about what had just happened. And their brother, like I said, he's super duper smart. He had the best idea ever. And so because his house was made out of bricks, he actually had a fireplace. And so he built a huge fire in the fireplace, and over the top of the fireplace he put a big pot. And in that pot he put water, and he put carrots, and he put celery, and some tomatoes, and everything that's good for you. He put it all in that soup, and he had it boiling, and he added some salt, and it was smelling so delicious. Oh my goodness, such a good soup. And then all of a sudden, knock, knock, knock. Little pigs, let me in." And the three of them all together said, "Not by the hair of our chinny chin chins." And that wolf said, "Well, then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." And you know what happened? Nothing. Absolutely nothing, because that house was strong. That third little pig was so smart, and he built his house so that it would not fall down, even if a big wind came, or even if a big wolf came and blew on it really, really hard. And so he was really wise. in his method of construction there. Super smart pig. And that wolf, he tried it a few more times. Huff, puff, tried blowing it down. Huff, puff, tried blowing it down. Nothing would happen. And so then he looked around, and no windows on this house. There was only one other way in, and it was through the chimney. And he thought, I'm a big bad wolf. Like, I'm so tough. Of course I can go down the chimney. And so he went up to the roof, and he looked down the chimney, and he fell straight into that pot of water. And those three little pigs, you know what they ate for dinner that night? It wasn't pig slop. Nope. It was wolf stew. That's what happened. It's a true story. No, it's not really. But I hope you enjoyed that story. I don't know if it was different or not from the one on that I linked you to yesterday, the Disney version. I haven't seen that in so long, but I hope you liked it. I always remember liking that one when I was a little girl. For your writing prompt for today, what I would like you to think about, and some of you are going to be super smart little piggies. I know this because some of you are just so good at constructing things. But I want you to think about if you were going to build a house that would protect you from a wolf. What would you use to build it? Think really hard about that, and I look forward to seeing your answers on Google Classroom. And I will see you all back here tomorrow. Bye.